say hello, welcome yet again. My name is Rex, this is Dims.
Nda.
Thank you for tuning in again.
Bonjour.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back, everyone, to everyone who has subscribed and everyone who has not yet subscribed. And if that is you, please click the subscribe button before we go anywhere. We thank you in advance for liking this video, for commenting, because you know that's where the real business is at, in the comment section. So if you're liking what we're doing, if you have anything to say, anything to add, please do add a comment in the comment section.
Awesome. We're releasing part 2 as of now. Thank you. We've received so much love from part 1, man.
Yeah.
You know, my parents were overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think I saw my mom in the comment section there.
Yeah.
We are really as inspired as you guys are. My parents haven't had a perfect marriage, but they've had a marriage that is full of love and full of just understanding one another and walking that journey together. So we've learned so much just talking to them and observing how they do their thing. So part 2, we get a little bit into some of the other questions that we didn't manage to ask last week. Again, we had to split it in 2 because it was so long. But yeah, it's really been awesome just reading your comments about them, and yeah, we are really privileged to have been able to sit down with them.
Yeah, so without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Enjoy part 2 of Mr. and Mrs. Mfano Senior's love story.
So can I ask? So it sounds really easy because obviously you guys are older and you're wiser to say you made the decision and you're staying. But for younger people, it's not that easy. Like how can you advise to say, you tell yourself that you're staying no matter what? Because it's not always that easy. A lot of kids have divorced. How do you discipline yourself to say, no matter what, whether they're late or whatever, I am staying.
You know what? When I counsel people, I always say like that. I said, I think the core of the matter is you must never forget how you met. And then when we got married, what happened?
Friends,
What happened there?
Taken.
Yes.
Took each other.
You see, so when I'm cross and then I'm fed up about anything, time and so on by my wife, but when I remember that shame, when I proposed her and then I loved her and then how I saw her after the marriage, giving me that the dignity of a young man being called Mr. Mfano because of it, and all those things that she did then, I don't forget them. So, and the favor, there's a lot of things that my wife make me a favor from. So I don't forget those things. So, sometimes I was shivering because of that and that, and then my wife did that and that, and I don't forget those things. And those things make me not to get rid of any evil spirit that will say, no, this wife is not competent for you, no, compatible. There's nothing like a person is compatible for you. No, there's nothing like that. You see, so how you met is very important, and then you cherish those episodes that happen after your marriage, and then you carry them on. And don't forget where the first time you did that, the first time you did with her, the first time you did that, the first time with your baby, the first time of those things will cherish your marriage. Isn't it though? A lot of people forget because now when they met, they didn't have enough money. It was lovely. Now she's promoted, or he's promoted as a director of what? He's got a big car. They didn't drive that. Now she or he starting to look around. So okay, there's a better person there than this one. There's a better there. Yes, I don't deny that. There are a lot of people who are better, best people who are better than I am in the same. But for relationship wise, I relate more easily to her. I don't have to change my mode of attitude. I just, darling, I'm just myself. I'm very free. I'm very honest to myself. I don't have to play when I'm with her. I'm just me. And that's what I love. And sometimes you don't talk, sometimes you're just quiet. But I'll tell you that love is in a climax. Liavuta. Mari, we are just one. We are still like that when we got married. When we have an appointment, she's in town. When I meet her in town, I always do this. We always do that in
When
town.
we go sleep, I'm cross and he wants to kiss me and he wants to talk. And kind of go, yo. I'm very upset. I need to calm down first, but he can't. He's there cross. But he'll always come and kiss me, or come and hug me, come and hold me.
One day we were in
And then some of the things we can't sort out because now he's just there.
It was in the middle
And
of...
hugging, kissing.
One day we made an appointment in
It's
Frena.
supposed to be over.
One day it was in the middle, we made an appointment, she was in Frena Voortrekker, in the middle of, at the end of the month end. And a lot of people was there. And then I was like anxious, where's my wife, where is she? And then there came someone whom I know, and then we talked, I said, no man, I want to see my wife. She said she'll be here, but she's not standing here. And then she came out. And then when she came in, I was overwhelmed by the laugh. And then I just go to my wife, and this guy was looking, and then we kissed with her. When we look around, there were a lot of people who were just staring at us. And I was kissing my wife, and we were more than 20 years old. I'm sure 25, 26 years in marriage already. And we were kissing each other. I said, oh, I missed my wife so much.
Mom, what's the secret to being a good wife? A good Proverbs 31? Because all of us consider you to be a Proverbs 31. Proverbs 31. What is the secret to being a good wife? A good
Just
woman.
to be committed to your partner, to love your partner, and to regard him as my king. That helps. And to be myself with him. And just to consider him when I make decisions. And that's all they want. But because not everything works out as we want it to work out, you know. But at the end of it, when you collect all those memories, I should know that I'm a mother. I came here to build a family, and I've got kids. God has blessed me with kids, grandkids, and there's still a way forward. And right now, there's no more time to go backwards and regret. It's now time to build, to go home, you know, because home is much nearer. We've come too far to leave each other now. Yeah, so home is much nearer now, and there's still a lot of things to touch up. But as we get new strength, because there is a time that you get drained out, and you guys know there were many times that I was just like not having any energy, not having the guts to go forward. But I don't know how to go about, and I feel stuck in that place. But then God would do it His own way and bring you guys along, bring my husband along. And then I just take a deep breath and there's new hope again. I don't know how, but I just find it happening.
Me, I can say to fill it in, it's like a good woman. You know, I did not know a lot of things in life when I got married. I read a lot of books, I read the Bible, I read a lot. I loved to read, but I knew the stories are not. But for an example, I was never, before we got married, I didn't go to restaurant. I was never a restaurant person because I've got my house. So your mother, small things like that, taught me how to get into the restaurant, to go stand up and order. Then restaurant, I regarded them as white people's things, you know, so I wasn't a restaurant person. And when coming to clothes, I don't know, but because where I was working, I had a lot of money. I used to buy very expensive clothes. So fashion to me, I never been a fashion person. And then your mom would say, no, you can't buy those shirts. They're out of fashion. Buy these things out of fashion. A lot of things she did. How to relate with people. I grew up alone. I did not like people. And one of the things I said, I'm better than other people. But when I go to people, I find that people can understand that. I don't understand that. But your mom will teach me a lot of things that do that in bank to go to talk with the managers. I was scared, and to fight for my things in there. Even in the supermarket, I'd buy something, and then I go there, it's £5 extra. My mom said, no. We saw in the shelf. I couldn't do those sort of things. But, and she noticed that a lot of things I'm far behind. But she never capitalized on that.
Yeah.
She helped me in that.
So same thing with you, Dad. How does one become a great husband and a great man altogether?
One of the things is to be confident. As the father, you must be confident and try as a father to lead. One of the things she loved me is on a weekend I will plan Monday that Saturday I'm off and Sunday. This I suggest this has to come has to take place. So I always say a good father has to lead in all the respects, or most of the respects in the household. How you go to the holidays, and then how when you are off, things to be done, and encourage you to do those things. And more especially, we used to go to church every Sunday to go to church. But sometimes I would pray and I said, no, this Sunday we're not going to church. What are we going to do? You're going to cook normally as you're going to church early in the morning, and then you leave the post there, we go to the lunch, we sit all down, and then I'm going to be the minister, you're going to be my deputy, Nero is going to be the deputy, and so on, and then we're going to lead. We are going to hold our service at home, and then we're not going. And then children are not going out of the door until it's 12 o'clock. And then we will sit down, and then she'll say, okay, this is so good. And then I'll tell the children, no, you can sleep as much as you like tomorrow on Sunday, we're not going to church. Oh, and then they'll always be happy. And then we sit down, I come with the Bible, Koporosh, a small church there, and then I'm the pastor, and then she will tell me how to sing a song, and then she's the MC, and then I will be standing there like a big bishop, and then somewhere I'll be coming to share the word. And the Koporosh word that I had, sometimes I didn't even prepare. But they will say, oh, that was a good way. And then she will ask the children, how was the pastor sharing? And then they will be like, oh, pastor was sharing nice. Pastor was sharing. And then Lireko he was the one that didn't take notice of us. And then he said, no, they didn't share properly. And then my wife will say, yeah, you don't say that to the pastor. You say, no, the pastor prepares. Yeah, no, but the pastor did not prepare. And then these two, they will say, oh, no, the pastor was sharing. They weren't done. So yes, as the father, you lead. And be confident. Even if your wife knows a lot, like in my case, I was the one that did not know a lot of things, but I was confident. Even if she goes out, I want her to be good. We went to, I had confidence to my wife, We went to the holiday in where was it? In Cape Town. And there we had a problem. We had a problem about our package of the holiday. They promised us to give us, each couple, me and Zamisas, they promised to give us each a car. And then when we reached there on the second day, there were no cars. We used our own cars. And then on the third day, we had a meeting, and then the other couples came in, isn't it, to join us. And however, and then we were talking there in the evening, and then we went to see the manager. They said, no, manager will come at 8 o'clock p.m. And then the guy was saying, no, I'll make an appointment that you guys to come and see the manager. I said, oh, please. And then on the third day. And then we talk, and then I said to guys, oh, you know what? We don't have to go, all of us, to go to see the manager. I think my wife and the other one, they just go and represent us. And then this guy says, no, hey, Oba. I said, no. I've got confidence in my wife. She can go, and then she can nominate one of them, and then goes. Then she said, okay, I'll go with Lindy. And then I said, darling, do you understand her? What are you going to say? And then I sit down with her. I said, you're going to talk about the cars and then about the package. Yes, in the newspaper. Take a part of the newspaper and show the manager if he doesn't understand. And then now we don't want the cars because we are comfortable with our cars. We want money back. And then, surprise, we got a lot of money back. And then she went. When she came in, and then she was smiling, she said, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, the manager was away, and then he wanted to come and see us.
Going with you guys?
No, we didn't go. You went, and then you said, now we're going to get money, a lot of money. Let's say you go to the holiday, you get 5,000 back. It's a lot of money, you know. And then we got something like that for equivalent to 6,000 back. And then, but now look,
It was a
we're
7
all men there, men are there, and the other people. And because I said, no, my wife, if she understands something, I told her, if she understands, she's going to represent us. So, yeah, to answer your question, as a man, you have to be confident about your being, your role at home, and be a leader. Start to lead, and for Christianity to lead, to try. You are the one to suggest what to be done in the evening, reading the Bible or praying. Try to lead, and then be confident with your wife, and make your wife to listen to you as you listen to her. And whenever my wife is talking, I'm listening, because most of the time she's like, not all of the time, but most of the time.
Sometimes you don't give it to me, but
Pardon?
you know it's right.
Pardon?
Sometimes you don't show me.
Yeah, I keep quiet, but deep down in my heart, I know my wife is right, and I had that.
Last question. Now that you've been married for 33 years, what is your desire moving forward for each other?
The day when we got married, I said, Sam salon Zeeland bereik.
Of course.
We are still at that. Sam salon Zeeland bereik.
Say that again, ma?
Sam salon Zeeland bereik.
Together we will
Reach eternity.
eternity.
Yeah, that was our parents' love story in 2 parts. We've given it to you as they told us. So yeah, I hope you guys were as blessed with part 2 as you were with part 1. Please write in the comments some of the things that you've picked up, some of the things that stood out for you in the interview that we did with them. We're really looking forward to reading the comments.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What have we learned from listening to them
What?
these past 2 videos?
That marriage is a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is a journey that I think the most important thing is to remember the moments in between. Remember where you come from.
Foundation, Mom
Remember
said.
how you met. Remember the moments of love that you share with your partner. Hold on to them, because when the tough moments come, you need to hold on to something, you know. So remember those sweet moments. I think you guys saw how passionate my dad, really speaks about my mom. It's because they made those moments happen. So for me, my challenge is to make sure that I make those moments happen with you. You know what I mean? Make sure that, hey, my love, budget is, but I'm gonna take you out today. Just to make sure, you know what I mean?
The memories happen, yeah.
Memories happen. So yeah.
Yeah, that's an absolute testament, because when they spoke about in the difficult and challenging moments, just to always, close your eyes and imagine and remember the beginning parts. We were talking about it just the other day, that when we first met, we were like a little bit shabby. He was like, I was telling him, do you remember that you liked to dress up in a sweater, and then a hoodie, and then wear a t-shirt on top, and then every time I asked him, and I'd always try to be polite, and I'd be like, and then he'd always like, I'm an artist, so they were not, it wasn't a glamorous time. I remember you had a lot of acne. I was still
I had long hair and the dreads.
and you had hair, you know what I mean? And I was still a little bit all over the place. I had a bit of a rough past myself. But there's just something so warm and so strong about those beginning moments, that every time we get into those challenging moments, remember the laughs, remember that what brought us together was just the genuineness of our connection. It had nothing to do with the money, because we had none. It had nothing to do with the maturity, because we had none. It had nothing to do with nothing else other than there was a connection between the two of us. What I think I learned firstly is, I think I understand now where you get your humor. And
I'm still very my dad.
And then secondly, there's something quite similar that you said. If everyone was to go back to our video about how we met and how your mom and your dad met, your dad said, I went to the wedding and I wasn't really looking. I wasn't there for dating and relationships. And that's exactly what you said, that when you first came to September we
Where we
were
met,
working,
yeah.
you were not really there. You
No.
you couldn't even see me. Like
Mhm.
it was just, you know. So I was just like, wow, there's something there about focus and, you know, not being as easily tempted or whatever you want to call it. I mean, listen, we could go on all day. We picked up gems. We hope you did too. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Please put a comment for the video. Please like the video. Share this video with anyone who needs to be uplifted. I think it's a very uplifting video.
Yeah.
So share this with friends and family. Put your comment and subscribe. Those who haven't subscribed, we will see you guys next week.
Goodbye, everybody.